Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. These few videos were supposed to have gone out a little bit ago, but unfortunately, whilst I was in the middle of working on the videos, my entire family came down with COVID, so yeah, I couldn't focus on writing up music or anything. So I will apologise if there's coughing or me pausing a lot. Like I said, I only got over it about a week or so ago, so I am still feeling a few side effects like the cough and shit, but other than that, all good. As you can see, repping Paleface. They had some merch come out recently where all proceeds went to mental health charities, so had to cop me a Lay With Me in My Grave t-shirt. So, as promised, we have the 6-song roundup, episode 22, to be read here. I'm halfway through a 2 EP roundup EP review episode, so the second one of those, and I have the Hardy, Mockingbird and the Crow album review to start soon. So I do still have those 2 videos coming for you. After that, I have a few other videos planned out, but I don't want to go get into ahead of myself with announcing them just in case I change my mind. But without any further ado, let's get straight into the 6-song roundup, episode 22. So track number 1 is the band Veiled, who I think are a pretty new band. And this is their song Relinquished, featuring my guy Kyle Lamb of She Must Burn. And this was actually, I didn't know about it until some of the She Must Burn crew posted it in their Facebook fan group that I'm in. So, this track has 10 seconds of silent build before kicking your face in with a fast pace, really well crafted track. Even the slight clean vocals, if you can even really call them that, don't hang on too long and are placed strategically in the song to where it won't interrupt the flow. And of course, the homie Kyle kills it with his deeper delivery, in contrast to the main vocalist of the band Relinquished, who is more of a mid to slightly higher pitch vocal, and he doesn't have the guttural vocals that Kyle can do. So they do contrast each other really well. Kyle's towards the latter part of the song, whereas the rest of the song is the vocalist from Veiled. I'm not sure of the band members' names, but they are definitely worth checking out. Moving on to track number 2, we have the band Decayer and their newer song Your Shadow, which is about 3 minutes. Also, I forgot to say, the Veiled track, is 2 minutes and 53 seconds, so it is on the shorter side. Anyway, back to Decayer. So I have a history with this band, with one of their tracks being rather close to the bone partially, and this is their new track. But I will say my main problem with this song is the mix. It starts off a tad muddy and the vocalist kind of feels lost in the shuffle. And lost behind the drums and guitars, which come through a lot cleaner than he does. It does clear up after a little bit, and once it cleans up, the vocals go hard. It's the normal brutal sound as you would expect from Decayer, and it's a good track despite the muddy start to the mix. Like I said, there's no knock on them. The song is still a great track, but it's just the little problem at the beginning. Moving on to track number 3, we have a band that I don't think I've covered on here yet, but they're called Skald. They're kind of like traditional Viking chant music, something that me and a couple of my friends and my sister quite like to listen to when we're not listening to the heavier side of things, you know, some of the chill shit. And this is their cover of Rammstein's Du Hast, which is about 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So, like I say, it's a Viking folk chant band covering a Rammstein classic. So it's a tad different to what you'd expect. It's not like the harshness and gruffness of Till Lindemann's vocals. This is like a female vocal with a bit of a male throaty chorus intertwined, or choirs intertwined in areas like the chorus and stuff. But it doesn't lose the vibe of the OG track, and if anything, this is equally as good as the original, but on its own merits, with it being a lot more atmospheric, chilled out, a bit more, you know, relaxing. So if you want to listen to Rammstein's song, but you're not in the mood for the aggression behind it that they deliver, check out this version. You know, it could be something that you should just chill out to like fucking meditate for 3.5 minutes, you know, to each their own. Moving on to track number 4 now, we have the band The Devil Himself and their song Bloodshed Begins, featuring Jamie Hanks of, I believe it's I Declare War. And this is just shy of 5 minutes long. So, the intro to this was not what I expected at all. With like piano-esque intro, with the drums and guitars, etc., then coming in a little bit after that. The music even fades for the bass to have a few seconds to show, and the band's vocalist isn't bad by any stretch of the margin, but he isn't the most technically sound that I've heard. Obviously, you know, I'm no fucking vocal coach, so it's not really my position to criticize too heavily, but it's just there's a few like notes that you could kind of almost hear him, I don't want to say struggling, but like straining on, and they didn't sound as crisp as like other vocalists could get it. You know, but I'm not 100% sure why this bit is, but Jamie only seemed to get like 20 to 30 seconds at the very, very end, sadly, in like a 5-minute track. And, you know, when you've got somebody as big in the scene as Jamie Hanks, which most people will know that name, like, I'm not saying give him like 2.5 minutes, but like, if you're going to get someone his size on the track, maybe at least give him like 60 seconds to fuck around with, so he's got like a full verse instead of just like this little bit to lead the song out with. I don't know. That's just me personally. Like, say, if it was my band, I would have had Jamie doing a little bit more. Didn't even feature in the music video either. So at points, I was like, listening, I was like, when the fuck is Jamie coming in? And then it was like right at the end, I was like, oh, okay. Oh, shit, he's not in the music video. What the hell? Sort of thing, like, you know. But it's a good song, not bad. You know, worth checking out if you like Jamie Hanks and if you're looking for some newer bands to kind of follow up. On to track 5 now anyway. We've got Bro Job. Yes, Bro Job are back. And this is actually one of their older songs, Goodbye, featuring Devin Duarte, I believe, or Duarte. I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name, of Worm Shepherd. I do apologise for butchering the last name. This is about 3 minutes and 18 seconds, and is a bit more of a serious track from the Bro Job boys. You know, it still goes hard as fuck. It has a great vibe despite the lyrics talking about depression and things of that nature. And it is one of their more thematical tracks, like every now and then between the comedy, you know, dick jokes and jokes about sucking ass and all this shit. They do like to put out some serious material to raise awareness for mental health, and I can appreciate that. And this is one of those tracks. I believe the entire Joker EP may be along a similar vein. I haven't listened to all of it, mainly just because I got so swamped around the same year that this came out with different music coming out, so it just fell under the wayside a little bit, but I am going to be delving into it sooner rather than later. And of course, Devin Duarte brings the heat at the end of the track. He gets a little bit to showcase what he does. And if you know Worm Shepherd, you know what to expect from a Devin feature. On to the last track here, which is track 6, and the band Omega Infinity and their song Death Rays, featuring Lindsay Schoolcraft, who I believe is from Cradle of Filth. And this is about 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Right, the song starts slowly with guitars before male vocals kick in. They're not the cleanest growls, they're not the most technical growls, and they are very much drowned out by the drums and the guitar. The occasional female voice, which is Lindsay Schoolcraft, I believe, is just a speaking role. Again, very muddy in the mix, very hard to decipher a lot of the time. The male vocals are very coarse, and sadly, it did make me want to turn off the song halfway through, as I just couldn't vibe with the band. I definitely don't think I'll be revisiting this group. Even the feature felt wasted with it being on spoken word parts. You know, I do like trying to find new bands to check out, but unfortunately, Omega Infinity just wasn't it for me. It's a rare case of a negative review, but unfortunately they do happen. I'm trying not to be too harsh on them, but yeah, it just wasn't for me, especially the vocals. But with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video, which is going to be the Disembodied Tyrant Eclipse Part 1 and Autumn Lies Buried Aristocracy Dual EP review. So I will catch you soon, and remember to stay safe out there, my friends. Goodbye.